Hi, I'm Dee Mamita, and this is Salt and Pepper Easy Cooking. I am so glad you came back to see me because today I'm making something really good. One of my favorite meats, pork. I'm actually going to make some country style ribs with some sauteed onion, green pepper, red pepper, and mushroom. I'm also going to be making some potatoes, red potatoes, and I'm going to sear those with some salt, pepper, and a little bit of thyme. And then I'm going to make a nice figure-friendly vegetable, which is something that originated in the South. And it's called okra, corn, and tomatoes. You're going to love that because you know what I'm going to do with that? I'm going to put some butter in it, even though it's figure-friendly. So the first thing I have here is I have my country-style ribs. They're actually part of like a center-cut pork chopper, sort of like a steak, and it's actually the top of it's cut off, and it comes with a lot of fat. But you know what? Pork fat rules. I love pork fat. And what I do is I actually pull off most of the fat, but I leave a lot of it. So what we have to do here is actually we put a little salt and a little pepper, which is, this is Salt and Pepper Easy Cooking, and also some of my favorite seasonal, which is by McCormick, and I put some ground garlic in there, the garlic brown powder. It's really, really good when you mix it like that. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to salt, and you don't want to put too much. I'm going to salt the ribs, the country style ribs. Aren't they beautiful? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some pepper. Okay, and it's always pinches and dashes. Remember, that's what I do. I do pinches and I do dashes. I don't do a lot of measuring. I do it to taste. Pinch, dash to taste. So then we turn them over. Okay, and we're going to salt and pepper them again on the other side. And then we're going to do a little bit of salt, not much, just a little. And then we're going to do the McCormick seasonal with what? The garlic powder, ground garlic powder. It's so good. Okay? Then what we're going to do is that I'm actually going to take some flour in my flour bowl. And guess what? We're using a flour bowl. Normally, sometimes what? We use a bag. But today, we're going to use a flour bowl. So we put it in here. We just flour them up. Okay. Let's stick it here. Let's flour them up. And that's what we just keep doing. We just keep taking them and flouring them. Because what we're going to do is we're going to actually brown them in a skillet, in which I have warming here, heating up some oil, right? And what you want to use is you want to use canola oil, which is what I use. It's good for frying when you want to fry. And I don't have a lot of oil. It's just a little, just to get them a golden brown. Because what we're going to do is we're actually going to stick them in the oven and let them cook the rest of the way. And when you stick them in the oven, you're actually going to put them like on a 350 to 375, one of those, and let it stay in there for about a good maybe 20 minutes, and they'll be done. So what we're going to do is we're going to put them in. Oh, they're ready. That oil is ready. Now this is not a deep fry, it's a pan fry. So remember that, you don't want to deep fry them because you're only going to brown them. Meanwhile, I'm going to wash my hands and I'm going to prepare for this potatoes. So the potatoes are actually red potatoes. You get them from your local supermarket. And nothing special, just red potatoes. Red potatoes are good. I like them. And potatoes are very good for you anyway when you keep the skin on them. And of course, if you don't deep fry them, they're really, really good for you. But sometimes, hey, I eat French fries. So over here, well, first of all, what I did is I boiled them a little bit, okay? I actually boiled them so that they can get almost done. And not completely done, but almost done. So if you check them and they feel, you know, just a little bit soft, not too much, just a little, because once you put them and you do the pan-sear, then that's when they're going to cook the rest of the way, okay? So that's what you need to do, boil them in a Dutch oven. I love this Dutch oven, it's like one of my favorites. I actually got it from Marshall's. I did a plug for Marshall's, but that's where I got it from, and they have very good pricing because you know what? We're all trying to watch our dollars these days. And they cook really well. They cook light vegetables really well, and meat, everything in here I can cook. Okay? So, now with the potatoes, right? Actually, let me clear this space. And let me get the potatoes out. Because what I did is I already cut up a few. I cut up a few and they're actually in there with already the seasoning on them. And it's good to put them with the seasoning on while they're hot. Because then what happens is that the salt, and we're only going to use salt, pepper, and what? The magic seasoning, the thyme. So the thyme is really going to make it taste really, really good. But what you need to do with your potatoes is that you just really just need to season them while they're hot. Because when you season while they're hot, the season actually soaks in. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're just going to cut these like so, down the middle. And then we just cut them like this. Wow. Beautiful. Cut here. And don't worry about the skin. Who cares? We don't care about that. You're not looking for a perfect potato. You don't look for it to look perfect. You look for it to taste perfect. Look at that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish putting them into my pre-made ones that I made before you actually started coming into my kitchen. Let me just pour them in. Okay? And they're nice and hot. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a little salt. Let me rinse off my hands a bit. Always good to rinse off your hands. Okay. So now what we're going to do here is we're going to salt them. Only salt and pepper, remember. That's all what you need. And pepper. And then the nice thyme. It's a great little flavor for potatoes, and you're going to when you pan-sear them. Great little flavor. And you just mix them. And then what we're going to do, we're going to get those nice scallions. We're going to take these scallions and we're going to put them in. They're beautiful. Okay. And we're going to mix those. And now they're ready for pan-searing. So I'm going to put that to the side. I'm going to turn over and wash my hands once again. Okay. And after we turn over these nice country-style ribs, I'm going to let you see them how nice and golden brown they are on one side. See, this is what you want. Well, that one's not too brown, so we're going to turn that one back over. But we want that one's not too brown either. But we want that golden brown color, like this. So if it's not too brown, you leave it on that side. And here is what it will look like. So they're really nice and golden brown. And then what I'm going to do, when I come back, I'm going to make those nice sides to go on top of it, which is the onion, the green pepper, the red pepper, and what? The mushrooms. I love mushrooms.